Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to Hilly Stream for Tuesday night, which is of course WAOF1, and we are full qualifying 50% race at La España, the Spanish Grand Prix, Barcelona, Catalunya. Always a good race, one that seems to have come up a lot recently, I must admit, but always a good race. Hello Glitch, hope you're good man. Hill Bob, hello Hill Bob. What's Hill Bob? Don't let that become a new nickname. Christ, definitely don't want that one. So, right. Are we ready? Have we got everything open, Hilly? Got the app ready and open. And I just need to go onto the stream manager on my laptop. Get rid of that. There we go. Go into the stream manager. Right then, let's have a look. See who we got out there tonight then. We did Lego Lamb last week, didn't we? Puffy's back tonight. Good to see him out there. Welcome to Trucker. Shotgun Kisses as well. Welcome, guys, to WAOF1. Oozers is out there. Danny's out there. Dorian, Corey, Moomin, Bowden, Mamo. Should we do a Mamo tonight? I could fancy a Mamo. Yeah, let's do a Mamo tonight. Right. Okay, Mamo. Ooh, one of the usually. Well, he's been a bit hard to judge this season actually, but usually one of the top performers. So let's go managed prediction. We'll have a qualifying one this week. We've done some race ones recently, so let's do a quali one this week. So we'll Mamo qualify in the top 5, I think, is fair for Mamo. And obviously, outcome will be either yes or no. There you go, and I will give you. You got Q1, so I'll give you 10 minutes. I know it's not a massive amount of time, but 10 minutes to do your predictions if you want to. So it's will Mamo qualify top 5 for Spain? Obviously for Spain, I'm not going to do it for like next week, am I? That'd just be silly. So, there we go, interesting. Right, okay, so heading into quali now. Says full quali, 50%. Oh, look at that! That's full wets. That's horrendous rain. Well, it's got them on intermediates, but that is really heavy. They usually have an English guy speaking in the Spanish Grand Prix. Never thought of that before. It's always an English guy speaking, isn't it? Taylor switched his tyre to full wets, and I don't blame it. This is definitely raining heavy. I can't believe the game's put them on intermediates. Oh, he's moved it back now. It's a bit strange. Well, it's taken a while, but somebody is out. So Corey is leaving the pit lane, although a Haas has just jumps out in front of him. The Eagle Glide viewers amongst you will notice that we are back in the proper cars this week. Thank goodness. Oh, it's a commentator's nightmare when they've all got to use the F1 World car, because I don't know who's driving for what team. So I'm certainly not going to spend my time writing it all out beforehand. So you can clearly see that Moomin is driving for Haas and Corey for the Alpine team, the Frenchy team. So they're out there on intermediates. Say this, whatever. Perhaps it's going to go quite quickly towards intermediates, but I would say this is on the heavy rain side of intermediates. I can't imagine there's a huge difference between the intermediates and the full wets at this stage. I mean, look at it, even from his onboard cam, it's hammering down, absolutely hammering down. So, who would be you guys' favourites tonight, do you think? Oh, Fancy Mallow making a top 5 for the prediction. He's out there. Carsey is always favourite, I would say, to take the pole position, but Danny's out there as well. He can always nick it as well. And then there's always the likes of Mamo. Looking through the field, trying to find him now, but yeah, certainly Mamo. Gunnar on his day as well, and I don't think we've seen the qualifying best yet of Moomin this season. So it's always others that can give him a run for their money. Kamrov's in as well, then he can, but he's not here tonight. I mean, really having to take it easy, as you can see. It's difficult, isn't it? Coming up to a Ferrari by the looks of things, who must be on an out lap. So I think that's Carsey, actually. Difference. Beast. All the practice they've been doing, I wonder how much practice anybody's done in the wet. It's not popular in the moment to practice in the wet, but 124.617 from Moomin gets us underway. I think Corey had backed out of his lap. 126.450 in a way, but no, he must have invalidated or something. Who was that then? That's Mamo. Bowden's now gone fastest, 24.107. 26.124 for Trucker. And we've got Mamo just in the last couple of corners. Operator 26.272. Mamo heads to the line, goes P2 for the moment, 124.296. And Monkey's 25.574. Whale 24.829. Here's Shotgun Kisses. Observing tonight, 25.525, puts him in P6 for the moment. Alfa Romeo of Ozers heads to the... Oh, he's on an out lap. Should we stick with him then and see a full lap from Ozers? But let's do the hilly hot lap. So we head down the main straight. Usually have DRS open, of course, but not in these conditions. Down to 4th, you can see there, Ozers in turn 1. That's going to back out the lap completely, I think. Car C 23.581, so we'll come down to somebody else. This is Corey on his second attempt, gets 24.792. Not unusual to see drivers doing a few laps here, although Trucker is in. Generally on intermediates, people tend to stay out and do several laps in one stint. Operator already improves it by 9 tenths on his second run. Now, is that a sign the track's improving all the time, or was it just a sign that Operator had a bit more knowledge of where the grip is on the track on his second run? There's Puffby. Danny went fastest, by the way, 23.545. Close, but very slightly ahead of Carsey. As, oh goodness me, that got a bit close. McLaren clearly running off track to stay out of Puffby's way, but Puffby was running quite close out to the edge himself there. He's backed out in a way. Teammate Glitch in the other Williams. See how Glitch does. Other cars coming through. Puffy's lap did actually register, as did Ozer's actually. 28.2 for Ozer's, 35.4 for Puffy. Neither of them proper laps. Glitch over the line, 25.113. Now we've got Lego Lamb on an outlap, Mackenzie on outlap. What about Damir? Damir is still in the pits. Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Gunnar has gone P7 at some point, 24.419. Not doing another lap there. Bowden has gone fastest, 23.538. That's 3 drivers in the 23.5s now. Whale heading for the line. It's not an improvement this time round. 1.2 down. Monkeys is into the pits. Drivers have suggested that the bump on pit entry is still there, despite some suggestions that it was removed. But I think it's actually on the wait list still to be done. So there's still a bump at the start of the pit lane that will throw you into a wall. So you've got to be a bit careful. I usually find trying to keep your car nice sort of right tends to avoid it, but I don't want to say that and then somebody goes in quickly and then smashes their car up. So Ozer has improved then 25.375 up to P13. Kenzie out there. Comes around the final corner. Cross line 25.455. Goes P14. Not improving this time. Is he therefore going for another run? Let's try and do the hilly hop back with him. So stay on board. Head down to turn 1. Probably down the 3rd, I'd imagine, for turn 1. And then slowly increase your speed and probably short shift up to 4th, 5th, and probably 6th. But no, having a bit of a struggle through turn 3, so keep an eye. What's the time difference? Yeah, he's 7/10 down, so let's move on from there. Here is Puffy. So Williams' teammate Glitch up to P10 at the moment on a 25.1. But these guys aren't going to be able to sort of rest on their laurels here. They're going to have to back out again, ready for... You can always, in these sessions, there's always the possibility that the track's improving all the time, so you need to be one of the last cars out, ideally. The very front guys can probably rest on their laurels a bit as Puffy goes off track into the gravel. Gravel grazing. And doesn't improve. Only missed this time by 3.5 tenths despite that trip across the gravel, so was clearly doing alright beforehand. What about Trucker? Let me see Trucker. Oh, he's invalidated. I didn't see anything wrong there at turn 1. I can only assume that he's invalidated coming out the final corner, and it's done the old this lap and next lap sort of thing. Oh, Mackenzie starts at the lap. Go then. He sticks in 4th through turn 1. That just seems high for me in these conditions. Keeps it nicely to the right in 5th. That's well done through turn 3. Over bridge, ever so slightly up, 23 thousandths up through sector 1. It's down now to the hairpin. Opens up the steering. Oh, he needs that car to get out of the way. It does. It notices him in time. Gets out of the way. I'm not sure what car that was. Is it a Red Bull? I think it was, going by the dark blue on the map. So, nicely done through the fast right-hander. Very tricky in these conditions, those sorts of corners. And a 10th up now for Taylor. So, P12 is only a 10th ahead of him, so even a 10th will give him 2 places. He will know what that little moment there has done for his time. Does he head for the line? He is going to. Heads through the final corner, down to 5th. Over the line, 124.322 puts him up to P8. So it's the final sector he had a lot more time in. Still raining pretty heavily. Whale. What is Whale doing? It's a question we ask ourselves a lot in WAOF1. What is Whale doing? And he's coming into the pits. Watch the bump. He didn't touch it, see? He knows about it. Knows what he's doing. Some monkeys. That's the end of set to 1. 31 thousandths up. Set to 1. I can't remember this track net not being on the calendar. In all the years I've watched Formula 1, it's always been here. Don't know when it came about Spain, but in my eyes it's a long-serving track. And a really good track too. Always been a staple, always been a favourite of most drivers, I think. There's always one or two that don't like it, but you get that with all tracks, to be fair. Didn't see a second split there. Yeah, no, I actually lost almost 3/10 through sector 2, so let's move on then. Where have we got? Be out there again, but not on a lap at the moment. The truck is on an out lap. Legoland we've already lost. 26.217. So his time puts him in at bottom in away, but he's retired out. I don't know whether he had a quali ban or whether he's just crashed. I think he's just crashed actually. I don't think there was any bans or anything like that for this week, so he's not improving this time. What about glitch? Nope. Well, Corey, I think he's at the start of his lap. He's just coming up to the end of set to 1. And he's just over a 10th down. So we're getting into the late part of this sector now, and people clearly struggling a little bit to actually improve at the moment as the rain continues to hammer down. What do I think about your lap, Bowden? Lost it because of traffic. It's only a Q1, mate, so you'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah, so yeah, it was a good lap, Bowden. Very good lap. In amongst it. RC is back out there now. So Corey, again, was slightly down through sector 2. Did he have any timing in sector 3? No. Was down again through sector 3. He's burning energy now though, so I suspect this is his proper run. I'll look to do the hilly hot lap now in Q2 rather than Q1, because I don't want to put anybody off in case they're listening at such a vital stage of the session. So slight improvement through sector 1, just over half a tenth. So, Corey looking good at the moment. It's Corey. He's in a bit of form at the moment. Driving very well in all the races he competes in, really. Commentating on Sunday nights. He wasn't there this Sunday, actually. He went to watch some awful football team play, but should be back this Sunday. But in recent Sundays, he's been driving very well, and Thursdays as well. He's my teammate on Thursdays. He's been driving very well. Keeps me on my toes. Does that easily, actually. I think actually we've been pretty even as teammates throughout the season. I think I'm higher in the championship, but as teammates we've been pretty even, I think. So Corey over the line, just over a quarter of a second improvement, goes P9, 24.525. Let's go to Dorian maybe. No, way down from sector 1. Operator has jumped up to P15. Damn, you're out there. How's he getting on? Almost 2 temps up in sector 1. Yes, I've done a bowl. A bowl? I haven't done a bowl. That's because you call me Billy. I had B on the mind. I have done a poll, yes. If you haven't put anything in on it, it's because you missed it. But the poll is, will Mamo qualify inside the top 5? So... stick the Damir here. I'll go back to the other one. I think the poll has disappeared. I'm guessing nobody actually put anything on it. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, no, nobody put anything on it, so it's disappeared. Can I do another one? I don't think I could do another one, guys. No, I can't. I've used my one. You can only do one per stream by the looks of it. So I've used my one. Sorry, guys. You missed it. Should have joined the stream sooner. Damir P17 and is invalidated there, so we're going to be saying goodbye to him. Right, Trucker, that sounds like he's backed out. And is retired on track. Trucker, I know you knew. You need to check the rules. Always look at the rules in a league. You cannot retire on track, not even in quality. You need to check the rules. Well, I'm just going to be honest. I mean, it doesn't matter that you knew. You should have looked at the rules. I think that will be a penalty. So, for your next race that you are involved in. So, anybody else doing anything? We know Damir can't get through. I think Monkeys is well down. I think it's pretty much decided. Stick with Monkeys. It's going to be a shock to see Monkeys out, to be honest. Such is the wet quality. But he is out, so we're going to lose Monkeys, Damir, Puffy, Trucker, and Lego Lamb. I'm not sure what happened to Lego Lamb, but really crashed at some point. Been here since start, didn't say anything. Never mind, mate. I definitely did it, mate. It was up on the screen. It was I watched. I have the stream on like I'm watching it on my phone, and it was on there. So it's definitely there. In a way, as you say, it don't matter. Never mind. Okay, Danny through as fastest in that session. Bowden very close to him. Only attempts separating them. Very nice from both of them. But Q1 is about the guys that are further down. Well done to Shotgun on getting through, squeezing through P15. Dorian just about as well. And Glitch, Whale, P12. Unlucky though to the guys we lost. Monkeys, Damir, Puffy, Trucker and Lego Lamp. Quick check on the incidents. All there's the terminal damage, Lego Lamps. It was indeed a crash. Didn't see it, as I say. I didn't even see any yellows come up or anything, but that's what it was. So we'll head into Q2. Things are tight, and now the rain looks softer. The rain looks lighter. So I would suggest we're still intermediates. I don't think we're close to slicks yet, to be honest, but it's definitely lighter. We should see faster intermediate times in this session, I would think. I mean, quite honestly, with the rain that was coming down in Q1, I'm amazed they were on intermediates. Glitch is trying to fool me by putting softs on. Look, he's just trying to fool me. Operator Q2, awesome job, buddy. Congratulations. Ah, made up for you. Well done, mate. I might just give you driver of the day to the operator just for that, actually. Sod the rest of it. I'll just award it now. So, Whale is first out. He loves this weather as well. So, sorry, I've done that joke before, I know. Q2, baby! Right, so... let's have a little look-see then. I'll keep an eye on the speed trap through this session as well. It looked pretty varied, but... always these sorts of tracks it can be a little bit awkward to set up for, so, car setup wise, because of your best opportunity to overtake someone is down the massive long straight, so you tend to want some straight line speed for that, but almost all of the rest of the track is about cornering speed, so it's difficult to set up for. So too low, too high on the wings, you can struggle to get past people or defend. Set up too low and you're never going to be that close to anybody in a way, because they'll lose you in the corners, so you've got to find that sort of compromise. You are aided, of course, by the fact that DRS and slipstream and everything, and the RS and all that is so powerful in this game. Completely overpowered, by the way, in this game. I hope they sort that out for 24. That would be my hope, if they can make a game very similar to how it is now, keep it very similar, just make the rule changes and update the teams, etc., and do the little changes that they might like to make, but just improve the DRS system and the power of the slipstream, all that sort of, make it more realistic. See how well gets on the first run. So the top guys were in the 23s, remember, in Q1. So I'm expecting to see faster times here. Definitely could visibly see that the rain was lighter. Just have a look from his onboard cam. And yeah, again, you can visibly see it's much lighter. Ooh, little moment there from Well. That could easily have thrown him across the track, you know. He heads for the line, 122.286, which probably means the likes of Cartier and that are going to go sort of low 21s. Well, scratch that. Gunar's just done 20.691, so this track is going towards dry now. It's not there yet. But they're going to have to be a bit careful towards the end of the session. They may reach slip conditions by the end of the session. Carsley does 20.0. James across the line on a 22.0. Danny is out there as well. So Gunnar was a 20.6. Glitch has just done a 20.5. Let's go P2. Moomin 20.8. 21.3 for Dorian. Corey 21.8. And there was 22.0 for James, which we saw well. Shotgun's just done 22.3. Ozer's 22.7. Here is Danny, 119.495. Who was that? Bowden, 119.551. A Ferrari of Operator, 122.2. Goody. In Dreamland by the end of this session and make Q3 maybe. I'd love to see that. Good luck, Operator. Let's hope. Let's go with Well again, because he's likely starting another lap. So let's do the hilly hot lap again then. So head down to turn 1, down to 4. It's much more usable now than what we were seeing earlier on. And then gradually apply the power and keep it nice and tight on turn 3. Now open up the steering down to 4, late turn in late apex for turn 4. Again in 4th though, open up the steering, take it down to 5, which is the hairpin. And in these conditions you're down to 2nd look, in a dry, most likely 3rd through there. And turn 6 is enough in corner, turn 7 and 8, the chicane. It's always been slippery right through there, so you've got to be a bit careful. Now in the dry, this would be flat out in qualifying, the right-hander. Slight lift in the race. We head down to the end of sector 2 and into the sort of more complex 3rd sector of the lap. Obviously much different now. They've changed that to a longer left-hander. Obviously the chicane has been removed for this season. And we head down. It's not been removed actually, you can sort of just go round it. 120.2 from well, that puts her into P4 for now. Anybody else? Can we spot anyone? How's Mamo getting on? Mamo, 118.8 from Mamo, goes fastest. Track improves all the time. McLaren have shotgun both McLarens into Q2. Just looking at the speed trap by the way. I'll tell you, as shotgun improves by 1.8 seconds, it goes to P8. At the moment in this session, the top speed through the speed trap is 324 kilometers per hour. Taylor, James, both doing that. There's some really low ones, like 307 is the lowest I think, so that doesn't ring right, although that is Bowden. So, yeah, doesn't seem right though. I don't think that's registered properly. I can't imagine there's that big a gap. So, anyway, shotgun just improved. Let's move on. How's Ozer's getting on? He's way up through sets of 2. Heading way into the 119s and possibly into the 118s if he improves through the final sector as well, which I'm sure he will. A real rich vein of form recently, this man. DRS is open. DRS is activated, ladies and gentlemen, so that tells us the track is dry, or classified dry in a way. It's not fully dry yet, and in fact there is still spots of rain. So it's going to be an awkward session. They're going to have to be out as late as possible on the slick tyres. And we will not genuinely know who is knocked out of this session until the last cars are crossing the line. Schooner goes fastest, 117.0 now on the intermediates. James is going to improve to 118.1, but these laps are nothing more than practice laps now. And every driver that's still out there is helping to improve the grip on the track. Darcy 116.9 goes fastest, that is still on the intermediates. Corey here on the sauce, but it's effectively a practice run because he will have to go again. So Purple's set to run as you would expect by a quarter of a second. So that tells us the grip's not fully there though, if he's only a quarter of a second up. That long right-hander of turn 3. Had to lift there. DRS open again. Sklitch goes fastest, 15.6. He's on the softs, so that is our first slick tyre lap. Corey Purple set to 2. As he's into the final corner. Heads to the line, 1:15.011. Goes fastest for the time being, but as I said, he's going to need to pit and get back out again as Dorian makes his way into the pits from a very strange angle. And then invalidated, presumably into the pits, he's got to be. Who else is out there? Carsey is in. I think Operator is out there. Again, they're at the wrong time. He's going to need to pit the end of this lap if he's going to stand a chance of getting through this session. He's 1.8 up. I just fear that he's going too early. DRS open then, as we head to the end of Sector 2. Now 4.9 seconds up. Which already puts him in the 117s, and he's going to have a fair old improvement again here through the final sector. Obviously, high downforce sector, the final sector, so going to see an improvement. Does make a couple of little mistakes there. It's a 115.1, goes P2 for the moment. But as I say, they're going to be improving. He now doesn't have time to be able to pit again. So unless he can do a cooldown lap and get the energy back, I do fear that operator will probably drop down the order. All these guys are out so early. I can't believe what I'm seeing, to be honest. And it does look dry now, and it doesn't, you know, there's no real sign of it still being wet. I don't know by using the broadcast camera if we could pick up any spray at all, but I don't think there is any, so it's pretty much bone dry now. Any tiny little remnants of moisture will affect the lap time. I'd have been sat in the pits until there was at least until 2 minutes to go before I hit the button to go out. Personally. James then. 7 at the moment. Way up on his personal best. He heads to the line, and it's 1 minute 12.4 from James. Now that is the sort of slick times, as you can see, that is fastest by 2.6 seconds. So that is the sort of times that we'd be expecting in qualifying. So I said about operator being a bit early on his run. Now let's just try and find some of these guys now that are... Danny's on an out lap, okay. As is Kenzie. As is Whale. Glitch. Carsey is improving. Yes, I can glitch. Go and do it again. Car seat. See how easy this man makes it look. Going through the final corner. Gunnar goes fastest, 112.3. Car seat absolutely smashes it. 111.444. Mamo goes P2, 112.2. There's going to be changes all over the place here, guys. That shotgun, yeah, he's into the pits. Corey improving. Here he comes through the final corner. Oh no! Oh, Corey, he's invalidated. Out the final corner. That is going to see him out, surely. Q2. As operator drops out, Glitch goes across the line. 3.3 improvement. 112.2 puts him P4. Somebody else just jumps up. I think that was Bowden. Ozers on a big improvement as well. 112.5 puts him P8. He is safe, I believe. Moomin is not improving. He's in danger, but is safe. Moomin is safe. As Mackenzie not... Well, he's invalidated his lap, Mackenzie. So, that is it. Well, it's exciting. It was to the wire. But ultimately, Carsey is through. Danny is through. Danny LaFrue. That's a really old joke. If you don't know who Danny LaRue is, I apologise. Yeah, Danny LaFrue. Sorry. Oh my goodness me, what am I doing? I think it's a pretty good joke, actually. That's a pretty cultured joke. I'm taking it. Anyway, Bowden P3, Mamo 4, Glitch 5, Gooner 6, James 7, Ozers 8, Whale 9, Moomin 10, and unfortunately we lose Shotgun, Dorian, Corey, Operator and Mackenzie. Unlucky Corey, you were flying through, I'm sure, on the lap you were on. But unlucky, guys. But or do I say unlucky? Or do I say unlucky? I have to say a massive congratulations to Operator on making Q2 today. Well done to you, buddy. And qualifying P14. Awesome job. There he is. That's just confirmation of the guys that we've lost. Mackenzie, as you can see, invalidated his hot lap on the slicks, so his fastest time was on the intermediates, hence why he's not made it through. Race director, just to get instant reports. Nothing real to report in that one, just a few invalidations, which you always get. So there we have it. Really good Q2. Glitch, you're in Q3, look, yes. Well done. You got the fastest lap, albeit for like 10 seconds. Yeah, I can't believe it, Glitch. Stop putting yourself down. Gooner says, what a weird session. Well, it was just one of those wet to dry ones, and you needed to be one of the last drivers one of the 10 last over the line, I guess. Pretty much. So we head into Q3, but a completely bone dry track now. Can you guys hear the announcer? I can actually hear him properly. I can't usually hear him. Or I can, but not well. Yeah, in 1991 it's been here at Catalonia. Grand Prix. Who's that there? Is that Corey at the front? I think. No, Corey's not in it, is he? Sorry, Corey. I was not rubbing it in then, Corey. I'm so sorry. That sounds like I was being evil. I really wasn't. Oh, you can hear him, Operator. Cool. I swear that seems like that's a lot clearer than it usually used to be. Is that included in the update or anything like that? I don't know. Yes, Glitch. That's what I like. That's all you need. It's about confidence, mate. That's what it is. It's about confidence. 9/10 of the 9/10 of the game, I think. Confidence. Right, here he comes then. Let's see what he can do in Q3. Didn't look like the fastest entry to the lap. A little bit of a moment through the final corner. Something you can say about turn 3 here, that turns 1, 2, 3. Turn 3, I don't think that's a corner which is replicated at any other circuit I can think of. Not in terms of just how long it is. sometimes on turn 3, if you don't quite get your entry right on turn 3, sometimes you can start sort of drifting out towards the edge of the track. I think, oh, I'm never going to make this. you come off the power, and then all of a sudden it sort of straightens out and you realise, oh, I could have made it actually. You feel like it's never going to end as you go around it. But anyway, here's Glitch then, 112.665 to get us underway in Q3. Next up to cross the line will be Gooner. He crosses the line, 111.675. I tried to get to Mamo, I didn't quite make it. 111.830. Here comes Moomin. Darcy's gone 110.8, the insane alien man. Moomin 112.194. While Ozers heads to the line, 112.1 goes P4. Here is James, 111.948. Bowden is next up, 111.880 goes P4. So there we go, fast and frantic, guys. Fast and frantic for the first lot of laps. I'm really glad to say Danny is on an out lap, which is going to give us a lap to watch while the others go back to the pits. So we'll watch the master at play. You notice what he was doing there. So he maxes the revs out looking third gear, and what he'd be doing, you can see, he's just slightly, just to see it again on this straight. So he's maxing the revs out, and he's about 25% on the brakes as well. That is the way to heat up your tyres in this game this year. It's better than, it will heat them more than swerving left and right. And it also won't take the tyre wear out of them, so really good thing to do. It will eat up some fuel as well, so if you're behind the safety car and you've actually got too much fuel, it's a way of eating up a bit of fuel. Anyway, here we go, across the line then. What can he do to oust car seat? He's on a 110.887. See, just drifts the car slightly left over the curb. It's a little bit wide out turn 2, but he still makes the entrance to 3. Not a bad first sector at all. Goes through turn 4. Nicely on the curb on the exit. Into the hairpin now. Plenty of curb on the exit. I think he actually had to back out the power a little bit. I think he was worried he was going to invalidate. And through the left-right chicane. And it's a... Listen to it, flat out right-hander now. DRS open again as we head down to the final sector. This new part of the track still, the long left-hander now. And to the right. Which is very deceptive on the exit. It's nicely taken from Danny. Through the penultimate corner into the final, which you can pretty much do flat out now. See, Danny just shifted down to reduce the speed a little bit, but 111.378 from Danny on his first attempts. And as I said, I think he had to come out of the power out of the hairpin so as not to invalidate. So we definitely lost some time there. But there you go. It's bad at all. I think Well must have had a second attempt on his tyres. That's why he's only just getting back to the pits. Who else is out there then? Oh, Mamo's already out on an out lap. Okay. Wow, I'll take that for a banker. Okay, 111.675 from Gooner. Banker. It's always nice to hear that. It's a banker lap, guys. So, be interesting to see how he gets on his hot lap. For his, on his final lap where he'll be just flat out. Pedal to the metal, as Murray Walker used to say. I feel like Murray Walker didn't used to say that, actually. I think it was his co-commentator that used to say that. But I ain't got one of them, so I've got to say it myself. Anyway, Ammo up to the end of sector 1. And he's almost a 10th up. Nicely through there. definitely signs that Bowden is running a higher downforce to everybody else, because he's still very much bottom of the speed trap by a few kilometers per hour as well. Glitch is the highest through the speed trap, so a full 11 kilometers an hour faster than Bowden. It's the difference between the fastest and the slowest through the speed trap in this session so far. So here comes Mamo. It's looked good to me. As he heads across the line, improves by 2 tenths. Nips just ahead of Gunnar by under 1/10. Moomin is also out there. He's just come up to the end of sector 1. He is just under 1/10 up. PB at the moment with a 1:12.194. Love to gain a 3:4.10. If we could nip ahead of Bowden, that would be ideal. Any higher than that's a bonus, I would say. It's the end of sector 2 now, and he's just over 1/10 up. It's not really sort of improvement that Moomin would have been wanting. An improvement is still an improvement, and he's taken the final sector well, in my opinion. So heads to the line, 1:11.849. He does go slightly ahead of Bowden. Really, really good final sector from Moomin there. Gunnar on an outlap. Ozers has just come out on an outlap, so, and the rest of the field is beginning to make their way out the pits as well. So looks like Gunnar is going to be the first of the mad flurry towards the end. So we know that Mamo and Moomin definitely won't be going again. They don't have the fuel, I can tell you that for certain. They will definitely be coming into the pits. Gunnar just coming to the final sector. He looks to heat up his tyres. What can he do? Personal best so far of a 1:11.675. So here he comes then. Gunnar heading down the pit straight. Oh, Danny has just gotten a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking of nobody, because everybody's on outlaps apart from Gunnar now. But, well, that's the game for you. 10th up Gunnar through sector 1. So his target really is Mamo. We know Mamo's finished, so the improvement he has here just through sector 1 is enough to get ahead of Mamo. So that's got to be his target. His next target would be Danny, but he's got a 5-place group penalty in a way. So Gunnar is absolutely on for P2 at the moment. So he comes through sector 2. Oh, he's not improving though through sector 2. He's lost. He only needs a very minor improvement to displace Mamo. Throws it into the final corner and across the line. Did he find anything? He did. He finds a 10th and does go ahead of Mamo. So P3 for Gunnar, likely to be P2 unless the likes of Bowden have anything to say about it. With Ozers, I think he's had to come out of power around the final corner. He did improve just over a quarter of a second. Goes ahead of Moomin for P5. Well done, Oozers. Carty has invalidated his final attempt, so who's going to nick pole off of Carty then, guys? Come on. Well, is it going to be you? 10th and a half down through sector 2. Nice through the final corner, but no improvement from Whale. Here is James. He's not improving. Bowden, maybe. He is improving. 1:11.648. It's P5 for Bowden as he improves by 2/10. Only just misses out on Mamo by a few hundredths of a second. Glitch through the final corner. Has he found anything? No, not on the final run. Here is Mamo, who only just didn't. How did he go again? He didn't have any fuel. Or am I getting confused between two drivers? Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter in a way. Didn't improve. So, Taylor. Oh, thank you very much, Taylor. And not happy with yourself after that? It was just a lot. It's the way the session went, mate. I know you wouldn't be happy with it, but you know, we know you definitely had the pace to get into Q3 today, but it's just the way the session went. It didn't give you the time to have multiple attempts at the end of the session, does it? You've got the one attempt and that's it, unfortunately. But anyway, it's congratulations to Carsey once again on pole position. Danny P2, but he's got a 5-place grid penalty, so he will drop to P7, meaning that Gunnar will start second, Mamo third, Bowden fourth, Ozers in fifth, and Moomin in sixth, Danny seventh, James in eighth, Whale 9, and Glitch P10. Incidents just there if you need to look at them. That is the end of qualifying, and a tight affair. Carsey in a little bit of a world of his own at the very front, but after that, very tight indeed. Danny's going to have some work to do if he's going to be able to put any pressure on Carsey, which makes it interesting for the race because Danny's quali pace wasn't as dominant over those guys just behind him as it is usually, so he may not find it so easy here for getting past people, but we shall see. Other than that, I think we're in for a bit of a classic, to be honest with you. Should be battles all the way through the field that we'll try and keep our eyes on the best we can. But anyway, also Taylor having to make his way through the field as well. So it's not where the guys want to be sometimes, but it does make life interesting. So we look forward to it. Anyway, guys, as always, the drivers do need to take a break, as do I. So I'm just going to grab myself a quick coffee. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, ready for the start of the race. So I shall see you then. Okay, guys, back with you. Taylor, yeah, you should be right. There should be a lot of tyre strategy going on in this race. It's one of the reasons I like this race. It's also one of the reasons why I hate it when they put a sprint on this race, because it means that people don't have two sets of medium tyres if you have a sprint on it. So by having two sets of medium tyres available, it opens up strategies which you can use in this game on the 50% races. In the previous few installments of the game, it's just been a one-stop at every track, basically, so... I think last game they opened the possibility of a two-stop at a couple of tracks. Kota was one of them. It's, this game, definitely, the two-stop is a genuine strategy. It's still faster to one-stop, but by the time you actually take into consideration the tyre wear and people that obviously make mistakes when their tyres are more worn, and things like that, it's interesting. So, where's tyres? There we go. Right, oh goodness me, right, okay. The vast majority of drivers have opted to go with the hard tyre first. Now, I don't know, is that an indication there could be rain later in the race expected? It's not really a usual strategy for Spain, I wouldn't have said. So, there we go. The top six, in a way, all on hard tyres. Danny in P7 is on the sauce. It's going to help him get through the field, no doubt about that. James and Well on the hard tyres, Glitches on the mediums, Shotgun on the softs, Dorian on the mediums, Corey, Operator, Mackenzie, Monkeys, all on the hards. Damir on the mediums, Puffby on the mediums, Trucker on the softs, Lego Lamb on the hards. You see a few drivers, you always get that, a few drivers still weaving about on the formation. I like to see that in a way. I remember last year's game, I was always saying how the weaving about, all the cars weaving about to gain temperature is one of the absolute greatest sights on it. In real life and in the game, but see, it's kind of then this happens. It's like Hilly says something's his favourite, so they get rid of it. I wonder if I say the coconut ones in the roses chocolates are my favourites. If I say that, hopefully they'll get rid of the coconut one. In a way, just waiting for the last man, who is Legoland, to make up the back of the grid, and Trucker there as well. So we are getting ready to go. It's Carsey on the right, Gunnar on your left. Who can get the best start? They're on the same tyres. All the lights are on. The lights are out and away we go. Carsey looks like he's got a pretty good reaction time there. As we head down to turn 1. See here, Mamo getting pretty close to Gunnar. Not close enough to make any real sort of move. As you were in the top 3. Things going on further down, but no massive moments or anything like that so far. Everybody getting through turn 1, 2 and 3 safely. You have it. No movement at all in the top 11. They are all as they started, which is unbelievable on such a long straight down to turn 1. Mackenzie is up 3 places, so a good start for Mackenzie. Corey where he started. Monkeys is up 2. Dorian down 3. Operator down 2. Lego Lamb up 3. Truckers up 1. And Puffy and Damir seems to be having a battle for P19. Go, and it looks like Puffy has come out on top on this occasion. So just stick with this for the moment because it's a little battle that's going on. And we've got a little bit of a timing glitch further up, guys, with the Bowden and Danny showing over a minute behind the car ahead of them, which is obviously not correct. So That should correct itself on the next time round. This battle just looks like it's disappeared a little bit. Ozers, I think, has had a little moment there and he's lost out to Danny. I think maybe he was letting his teammate Danny through and he's lost out to Moomin as well. Not ideal. Now he has James and Whale on the back of him, the three admins, the two bosses. James an admin, not a boss. Ozers and Whale, of course, well, they are the W and O in WAOF1, so Whale and Ozers F1. It's nice at the moment. Lovely to see everybody through, no issues at all. The timing glitch is affecting Chucker and Operator at the moment as well, but as I say, next time they pass the line, it should correct itself. There you are, it has for Danny and Biden. And yeah, there you go, it has for Chucker and Operator as well, so it's all correct now. It's always a little bit of a worry going into turn 1 when everybody's so close to each other. Only takes one driver to miss their braking and we're in a massive crash, but it didn't happen on this occasion. Mamodo is ahead of Gunnar for P2. Now guys, if Carsey disappears as he's beginning to threaten to, the battle for P2 could be massive throughout because they could be swapping places throughout the race, quite frankly. So DRS already active. Oh, Taylor told me that hard to soft is quicker apparently. It probably is. I think hard to soft or hard to medium is probably the best way. It's actually the strategy I used the other night here. Hard to soft. Yeah. I think I said after, I think I would have quite liked to have gone hard medium instead, but yeah, it's whatever works for you anyway. It's personal preference really, I think. Oh, it's all getting a bit tight, down to turn 1 between 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Gunnar's got him through in a way past Mamo, but Bowden's gone through as well. Danny right on the back of him. Danny, of course, started on the softs. He wants through, he wants past these guys. It's not ideal for him to be stuck behind them in the dirty air on the soft tire. He needs these soft tires to go about, presuming he's one-stopping, he needs these soft tires to be doing about 13 laps. Okay, if you're switching soft to hard, you can maybe pit a little bit earlier, but if you're going to mediums, the soft medium is a genuine strategy choice here. It's not impossible. Look how close they all are. Gunnar's done his best to create some sort of gap, but oh, in fact, that's Carsey. Carsey must have had a moment or something because he'd dropped behind Gunnar. He gets back past now, but Bowden is having a look. He gets past Gunnar as well. Gunnar has to escape across the corner. Oh, it's all getting a bit tight. Be careful, guys. It's not worth it at this point in the race. Well, it's never worth it taking itself out, but if I'm absolutely honest with you, I wouldn't mind being the guy that's on the back of this group. There's a little part of me saying if I was Gunnar here, I'd be half tempted to just let Danny through and be the guy that sits at the back, not using my energy. It's the other thing, look at how much energy Gunnar's already used. Mamo has got loads, as his Carsey, who's already pulled out a second again. So whatever moment that was that Carsey must have had to allow Gunnar to take the lead of the race, when he was over a second ahead. It's not caused him any sort of permanent damage or anything like that. To mention, guys, these battles are going through the field. It's hard to know exactly who to watch because there could be overtakes at any moment through the field. There's definitely stuff going on at the back. It's Puffy. Oh, Puffy. End up round at the penultimate corner. I can only think that he's caught too much of the inside curb and it spun him round, unless there was a contact involved. But he's carried on past the pits, so I can only assume that there's no damage there, otherwise he would have pitted. Tracker becomes the first to pick up a penalty as we head back to this battle further up. I'm looking all in a sort of procession here. The more these guys battle, of course, the more Carty likes it, because the more they battle, the more chance he's got of actually just moving away without actually needing to use any battery or anything. So he won't mind what sort of... Well, look at the run Mamo's going to get here, look. So, in all fairness, we know from qualifying that Bowden was the slowest through the speed trap in qualifying, so he's bound to be vulnerable on the straight. They have just pulled away a little bit from Danny. Not over a second, he's still within DRS. And then a couple of seconds behind, he's got Ozers still right on the back of him, and Ozers is looking after his energy very, very nicely indeed. Still on 67% as opposed to Moomin's 10. Did have DRS there, even though we didn't hear the beep. Beep when it closed, interestingly. Oh, but Ozers and Moomin have actually managed to drop James. And that is Puff B, and that's a virtual safety car. It's a virtual... Oh, I think he's beached. Puff B, if you're listening, reset to track. Oh no, yeah, he's done it. Okay, well done, Puff B. Yeah, it's called a virtual safety car. It's not called the full safety car. Only on lap 7. It's not really an ideal time for anyone to pit as such. These guys they're coming off of the... Well, Dorian's got a fresh set of softs on. I assume they were the guys coming off of the softs. Oh, it's a full safety car. The safety car has exited the pits. It didn't really need to. Poor Puffy there was beached. Couldn't move. He's made his way back to the pits. So, presumably this come out because he's lost his front wing, which is why he's in. Just keeping an eye on the leader. I don't think he's at any risk of being lapped. Yeah, no, he's definitely not at risk of being lapped, so... He'll have the chance then to be able to get back onto the back of the pack. The only thing Puffy's got to be a little bit careful of, because it was him that caused the safety car, what I've noticed on this game, it doesn't seem to wait for drivers to... It doesn't seem to wait for the driver that causes the safety car to catch the back of the pack. So I'm sure he'll have no problems, but he just needs to be aware of that. He needs to sort of... You know, he can't just sort of dawdle around, he does need to move. Please tell me he didn't just drive into the safety car, Puff, but he has. He must have done. He must have done. He's lost his front wing. I can't see how else he could have lost his front wing again, unless he drove into the safety car. Oh, why wasn't I watching that? That would have been hilarious. Oh, Puffy. Oh well, he'll make his way back to the pits. If he's got a set his hards, I suggest putting the hards on, because you get to the end of the race from here on hards. I can't remember what he started on, Puff B. So, I'm not going to check Race Director, because last week when I went into Race Director, it it wouldn't let me come out of it again. To leave the... Well, I had to close the game down and then go back in. So, just looking down the order then, Bowden, Corey and Monkeys have stayed out on the hard tyres that they started this race on. You would imagine that they are going to be sitting ducks for Carsey and Mamo. Then you've got Lego Lamb who stayed out as well. I mean, if you're a driver that's further down, that's going to gain a lot of places, then, you know, for track position, potentially it is worth doing that, like those guys have. So, although Bowden, to be fair, was really far up, so I'm a little bit surprised he stayed out. He will be the one leading us away as Monkeys decides better of it and comes in. And a potential... I don't really think that anybody's going to get a set of mediums to the end from here. I tested it out, actually, and this would be a very long stint for a set of mediums. So, I think these guys that are pitting to mediums will need to pit again, so they're probably going to go medium soft from here. So Puffy begins on his way round, but again, he's going to need to move. He's not that far ahead of the guys behind the safety car. So, he needs to bolt round, quite frankly, guys. He needs to drive this like it's a normal lap. So, and even then, he may not catch the back of the safety car. He's giving it his best. Safety car's just come to the end of sector 2. Now that's the earliest point I'd expect to see the safety car coming in, so maybe it's going to stay out. Keep an eye on it, because it's not guaranteed. And, well, I was racing last night. You wouldn't believe how late a call it did last night. Where was I racing last night? I can't remember. Is it Zandvoort? I think it was at Zandvoort. It was ridiculous how late it came in last night. Well, it stayed out. So, Puffy, if you're listening, good news. It has stayed out another lap. So, he should catch this with ease now. So, but this will be the last lap under safety car, guys. So we're going to resume racing lap 12. That will give us 22 laps remaining. 22 laps remaining. So, let's have a quick look at the position changes while we're waiting. So, obviously bearing in mind Corey and Legolam have stayed out, but they're the biggest gainers at the moment. It's Corey up 11, Legolam up 15. Corey probably not looking forward to this restart too much, having Carsey behind him on fresh mediums, but you know, he chose to stay out, and it could prove to be the right thing. We'll see. Let's give you an eye. Those guys are on 26% tyre wear at the moment, which is quite substantial. There's the confirmation then. Safety car in this lap. As you can see, Puffy has caught up. So, I mean, it did only bring out a VSC to start with. I think if he hadn't, maybe if he hadn't beached, we might have gotten away with just a VSC, but because he got beached, I think that's why we've ended up with a full safety car. So when will Bowden go? How late he goes? He has gone. Both Corey and Carsey react well. As you would expect, Carsey already to the inside of Corey. Wants to get this done. Head down the main straight. Mamo moves to the inside as well. Corey has been around long enough. He knows he's going to be a bit of a sitting duck here. There's not a lot he can do about that. Oh, I think something's happened to Ozers. Oh, he's off at turn 1. Goes across turn 2. Somebody else ahead of him, Operator, looks to be recovering as well. Whether they're in the same instant or not, I don't know. Oh, somebody else is dropping. Danny's dropping. Danny has been in an instant and he's dropped to P18. It's a nightmare restart for the Alfa Romeos. As we can see ahead, Puffby and Damir battling again. They have seen a lot of each other on track today, those two. Carsey takes the lead off of Bowden then. Predictable that would be the case. Mamo will be pretty sharpish to get past as well on the straight quite easily, I should think. Once again, we know Bowden doesn't have much straight line speed, so the outside goes Mamo. And through he goes. They have pulled a little gap, and it's still Corey in P4 at the moment. Although, well, that's moving, actually, getting past Gunnar into turn 1. He has actually gotten past Damir now. They are having a right ding dong today, those two. So moving straight onto the back of Corey. But at the moment, this is working for Corey. He may be dropping off the guys ahead, but it's working nonetheless as yellow flags are out and Puffby is out. Puffby is out of the race. He has crashed. It is a full safety car. And he has crashed by the looks of it with Damir. As Damir recovers. And that seems to be in the... seems to be between the chicane, the left-right chicane, and the flat-out right-hander. And again, we're going to see pit stops. I don't know how many, though. That's the thing. We are now in the territory you can get mediums to the end, so hence why Corey's in. This is awkward now because, as I say, Corey and Bowden potentially should be able to take these mediums to the end. The rest of the guys are really going to struggle to get theirs to the end. I don't know if they can. There are some guys that pitted to hards earlier on. They can definitely get theirs to the end, and this safety car will only help them. But, yeah. Danny had to pit from the damage as well, and he went to fresh mediums. So I believe he's going to the end as well. As I say, I practiced this. I know for a fact that those new mediums can go to the end. I practiced this for my race around here, and I worked out you can definitely do 20 laps is about the maximum for mediums. So pushing beyond 20 laps, you are pushing into the territory where you could genuinely every lap could potentially be a puncture. So at least done his own work for once, because he had a race here the other day. So let you know what I got coming up, guys. On Hilly Stream, we've got well, I'm racing tomorrow night and Thursday night, so the next actual stream for commentary will be Friday night. So that will be PRF1, and then of course it'll be HRF1 on Sunday night. So PRF1 on Friday will be 8:30, and Sunday night 8 PM for HRF1. Those two and this one, of course, is the only three that I'm actually commentating on at the moment. I am racing the other 4 nights of the week, and I may look to start streaming 1 or 2 of the nights when I'm racing. I haven't ever done that yet, so obviously I'll be quiet when I'm racing because I'll be concentrating. Apart from when I get angry and then start shouting, of course. But I don't get angry. Don't be silly, guys. I don't get angry. I do. I do. Everybody gets angry, so I'm no different. Damian's just catching the back of the pack. I think the safety car has to go a further lap after this one. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. As I say, I would predict that the top 6 will have to pit again, I believe. I don't believe they can take those mediums to the end. Whereas the guys that have just pitted can. So, it's going to be interesting. See if any of them are sort of tyre wizards or not, and they can manage to... Oh, the safety car is coming in, okay. I thought that was the lap they actually caught it, but it must have been the lap before. So, okay, so we'll resume racing lap 16. That means 18 laps remaining. So, Carsey leading us away from Mamo, moving in P3. James in 4, Whale in 5, Mackenzie 6. But again, at risk of repeating myself a lot before the end of the stream, I believe they will have to pit again. I will keep an eye on the tyre wear as we go. Carsey leaves it really, really late to go. It's actually put Moomin in a bit of trouble as James and Whale are trying and having a little look at him into turn 1, but Moomin holds them off for now. And I do wish they changed their liveries to the Haas and Italian. They look so too similar this year. Haas and Italian for me. Probably my eyes. But anyway, away we go. Shotgun getting close to Glitch. Should know each other. I believe they're both driving HRF1. Well, I'm not sure if they drive on the same nights together or not. Gunnar, who pitted to... Well, Gunnar pitted to the softs. So we know he has to pit again. He was thinking... I'm not sure why Gunnar would have done that, actually. I don't know if that was deliberate or accidental, maybe. It's a sight we're not used to seeing, isn't it? Danny in P13, after the incident he was involved in, after the last safety car. But we've got a good little sight here, a good little view of Corey. Looks to try and pick up the slipstream on the approach to turn 1, but was never able to get alongside, so Trucker manages to fight him off for now. Danny has to lift slightly there so as not to hit the back of Corey, coming out of 2. As Corey once again goes to the inside of Trucker. Trucker takes avoiding action there. Oh, he's hit Danny. But in all fairness, Trucker took avoiding action so as not to hit Corey in the first place. So no damage calls there and no real incident. I don't think that Danny's going to be too worried about that. So Bowden gets ahead of Shotgun. Shotgun, of course, on 9-lap old hards. Glitch on 8-lap old hards. They presumably will look to push those tyres to the end so that they can pick up places off of those that have to pit. Bowden immediately onto Glitch. So Bowden very, very aggressive in getting past Glitch. So that does make short work of it. As Gunnar up the inside here of Mackenzie into turn 1. Obviously on the fresh soft Gunnar, so able to brake quite substantially later than Mackenzie. Gets that done nicely. And Mackenzie would love to be able to stick to the back of this pack now, if he can. So that's Trucker falling down behind Danny. And just ahead of Danny, Corey's gotten ahead of Shotgun now. Oh, I think Trucker's had a little moment coming out of the hairpin by the looks of it. He's dropped down a bit. We've now got yellow flags as Monkeys. Oh no. Monkeys has been round at the left-right chicane. Looking at the car, I can't see any obvious signs of damage. I think he's okay. I'll just double check on my app. It's, yeah, no, he's okay. He's okay. Nobody at the moment on track has any damage, so everybody okay at the moment as Carsey pumps in fastest lap of the race. Mamo absolutely sticking with him at the moment, though. Take this opportunity to see the front guys a little bit. We haven't really seen them. I do apologise about that sometimes, because I do like to see everyone through the field, so I do sometimes neglect the front runners a little bit, so which I know is probably opposite to what most streams do, to be fair, is that Bowden makes his way past Mackenzie. Yeah, Mackenzie, double the tyre life that Bowden's got on his, so I've got to be honest, Bowden really is a potential winner of this race. Just looking through, obviously, we know Gunar's going to have to pit again because he's gone to Sauce, so he's already running at 20%. We got, well, I can't actually see Carsey's tyre wear, but he's on the same age tyres as Mamo and Moomin, who are on 22%, so I would assume it's roughly about that. So see, if I was them at the moment, I would be thinking, yes, I can get these to the end. But I definitely tried it. The thing is, we've had 2 safety cars, so obviously they wouldn't have taken life out of the tyres under the safety cars that they would have under race conditions. So maybe that'll make a difference. Hello, Casper. Thank you for joining. I hope you're well, and I hope you enjoy watching. So it's quite often why I don't watch the leaders all the time, guys, because quite often they just follow each other around like that, because let's be honest, Carsey's got too much pace for anybody to do anything about it, and so Mamo just holding him within the 1 second is absolutely outstanding, let alone being able to do anything about him. So Gunnar had the DRS open. He's going to have an opportunity against Moomin. Obviously 5 lap fresher tyres, although actually tyre wear wise they're pretty much identical. But that should mean that the softs are still a little bit faster than the Moomin's mediums. So James very close to Bowden. Or Bowden making a move on James, maybe. Oh, we got a safety car! We've got a safety car for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's Trucker retires from the session. And that's, yeah, well, for me that actually knows it quite well, that is no real surprise to me, guys. And so it causes a safety car and retires from the session. There we go. How fun was that? Am I not racing? No, I'm not racing. I'm just doing the commentary, Casper. So we got a full grid. As you can see, it was 20 drivers at the start, so it was full. Lost 2 now. It's no, I tend to stream when I'm doing commentary, Casper, but I am going to look at doing I am racing tomorrow night. I'm going to look at streaming tomorrow night while I'm racing. So in a way, this has saved those guys that were on the mediums that I didn't think were going to get to the end. So everybody will be to softs now. 1 or 2 may choose mediums over softs if they've still got them available. But it is within range for a fresh set of softs to get to the end of this race. As the leader picks up the safety car. I will be honest, free safety cars at Spain is pretty poor. I'm pretty sort of known in the past when I'm doing comms on races in leagues that if it is poor, that I've always called it out, and I'm just going to be honest, guys. This tonight is not good. The regular drivers are doing absolutely fine. The regular full-time drivers are doing absolutely fine, but unfortunately the reserves tonight have not done so well, and it spoiled what I think would have been a very good race otherwise. And it spoiled some really interesting strategies as well. Let Go Lamb, look, bless him, he's stayed out on the medium tyres. He's on 8-lap medium tyres. He's going to get absolutely swallowed up on the restart. Fair play to him for giving it a go. From where he is, or from where he was, sorry, you can sort of say, well, it's worth a go. It's worth a risk, you know, compared to where he was. He might be able to finish a bit higher up by doing this, but the thing is, you get absolutely swamped by guys that are so much faster. As safety car should be in this lap. No reason for it to continue, so we'll resume lap 24, which means there'll be a full 10 laps of racing. It's just Ozers is off the back a little bit. I think Ozers just pitted 2 old mediums. I think he has. I don't think he probably didn't have any other tyres to go to, so he probably didn't have anything fresh, actually. So maybe he just didn't have a choice. Well, what a nightmare for Ozers, who was going pretty strong in the first half of the race. Racing up with movement for most of the first half in sort of, well, at the time they were sort of about P5, P6, 7, that sort of area. Race control confirms safety car in this lap, so Lego Lamb will lead us away. Car C in P2's now become a massive favourite to win this race, although Mamo throughout has managed to keep Car C honest in this race, so we will see if there's anything he can do about him. But I wouldn't be massively shocked to think they're maybe working together, the 2 Northern Irish lads, so they are friends. In and away we go. So how well can Lego Lamb hold them off? But Carsey's going to hold this to the inside and look to have a move into turn 4. He's not close enough. He's going to have to back out. There he goes. He's going to be able to hang this around the outside of the hairpin. Round he goes, and that is P1 for Carsey, and he will disappear. Now, the question now becomes, how quickly can Mamo get past? Not just quickly, of course, he has to do it safely. So, Lego Lamb, almost like a mobile roadblock at the moment. So, look at that. That's the extra grip, look. That's how easy it is when you've got the grip. Lego Lamb struggling to keep it inside the lines there. And that's allowed Moomin and Bowden through. And he's going to be kind of fodder next for Gunnar. That's the sort of mistakes that the tyre wear causes, you see. And he's lost 2 places there. He's going to be a sitting duck here. Well, he might actually hold Gunnar off here. It's going to be a bit of a lunge from Gunnar. He's got to make the inside of the corner. He does. and takes the place off of Lego Lamb. James is going to have a look. Exactly the same as what we saw from Carsey earlier on when he tried into turn 4. Didn't quite get it done, but James does. There's a bit of contact. And that has dropped Lego Lamb back another 2 places. All I can say about it is that it's not a nice feeling being in Lego Lamb's situation here. Obviously, he's brought it up himself. He stayed out, but he's rolled the dice. And it's not worked, unfortunately, on this occasion, as Corey and Glitch are side by side, and Corey was battling Lego. Oh, Corey! Oh, thank goodness Glitch noticed him and raided him. Glitch is still there on the inside. Oh, so difficult because Lego Lamb just doesn't have... Oh... Not great there from Glitch. Lego Lamb is still there. He's pushed Bosun a bit off track, but and Lego Lamb is out. Lego Lamb is out. Ozers is round. They're not together on track. That's happened 2 separate places. That's it's another safety car. 4 safety cars at Spain. Ozers into the pits. It's different areas of the track. That was nothing to do with each other because they were different. Lego Lamb was in the final corner, Ozers was earlier in the 3rd sector. It's another safety car. Ironically does help Ozers, obviously he was round in the final sector. This has enabled him to pit and go to fresh softs, so he's going to have the best tyres at the end of this race. The only other drivers really that might pit are the guys that are at the very bottom. Nobody further up's going to... You can't give away the track position at this point. So the guys further up simply... simply can't pit, can they? So we are down to 17. So, but amazingly, despite 4 safety cars, Glitch has put in the chat, despite the safety cars, he's actually thoroughly enjoyed this race. Well, I'm glad he has. It's really good to hear. Unfortunately, JJ, yeah, it's been a bit of a fest tonight. Unfortunately, it's mostly reserves as well. The full-time drivers have been absolutely fine. It's reserves really that have had the issues. Apart from Lego Lamb, he was the full-time, but it wasn't his fault. He tried to stay out on the previous safety car with the more worn tyres, and he just got absolutely swamped. And it just became a bit too much in the end. I think led him into a spin and a crash. So, but yeah, it's not been the best. Let's put it that way. It's certainly not one of WAOF1's best races, not by a long chalk. But it has been enjoyable when we have been racing, without a doubt. So. Look through. So, yeah, as I mentioned, so the guys further down did look to pit, you see. So they've taken the tyre advantage to try and make up a few places before the end of the race. But obviously the guys sort of, well, as you can see from Damir up, have opted not to pit because they simply didn't want to lose the track position, which you can't blame them, not this close to the end. Thanks, JJ. And yeah, another full grid, which is very commonplace. Very rare we don't have one. Here's the confirmation then from race control, safety car in this lap. So when will Carsey go this time? Can Mamo catch him? Mamo has been on Carsey's tail throughout this race, pretty much. Oh, Mamo does not have a good restart. Is that going to leave him vulnerable? No, but Moomin's vulnerable to Bowden. We know that Bowden does not have the fastest straight line speed. We know from qualifying he was the slowest in the speed trap, so... Oh, goodness me, that's Gunnar flying through. Oh, wow. Okay, it's all going a bit mayhem on the restart. Cars everywhere. Oh, look at this. I'm amazed James didn't get hit on the inside there. Hopefully this is going to calm down a bit. Sorry, all being manic, but if you make a mistake, the race is over, so don't throw all the points away you are going to gain just for the sake of 1 or 2 extras. Oh, that's Damir. Damir round, caught the curb wrong. I don't believe there was any contact. I just think he caught the curb wrong. Obviously, if I'm wrong about that, Damir, make sure you report it, but it looked to me like he just caught the curb wrong. Never be quite sure, of course. You never get the proper angle. So, Bowden this time round is going to be trying to get a move if he can on Gunnar. Catching at the moment under the slipstream. But look, he's already down to 20. Well, 30% then. ERS is down to. Gunnar's 25% mine. Mamo chilling on 70. Carsey chilling on 90. This is Danny, who, due to that incident earlier on, dropped down to, I think it was P18 he dropped to. Can he get a run here on Bowden? The RS not open, no? I thought it was this lap. Must be next lap. Danny round the outside. He's not going to hold that. He went a bit wide. That allows Bowden to keep position at the moment. Those softs now have hit 8 laps. So could have done some laps under the safety car, so they're not as bad as they should be. They're around the 26% mark. Whereas Danny's medium's on 18% at the moment. So not much of an advantage for Danny at the moment, I wouldn't have thought, in terms of tyre wear, but as these laps, okay, only 3 laps remaining, but each lap just gives him that slightly more advantage. And of course as well, he's got the ERS advantage as well. Oh, Danny and Bowden collide. Bowden goes round. I think Danny will say, well, I give him plenty of room on the inside, so luckily Bowden's not actually lost any further places. He may be a little bit vulnerable to Mackenzie. Let's have a look. It's a long way for Mackenzie to make up, but again, look at the power difference. Look at what DRS does. Bowden looks to defend the inside, but the simple fact is he can't. Nothing he can do at all. So Bowden drops to P7, Mackenzie up to 6. Danny sees Gunnar going a little bit wide out of turn 3, and he can see as well the light flashing away on the back of his car. Here he comes then, Danny. He won't wait for the longer straight. He's going to make the move here. Now, Gunnar won't mind that. Gunnar might say to us, well, look, can I stay close enough to have a go back? Might be a big order, actually. It does look like the softs are beginning to struggle a bit in comparison to the mediums, to be fair. And in close to Mackenzie then. Can he nick that place back down the straight? Opens up the energy as well. And here he comes with the DRS open. And into turn 1 we go. And that's James that's caught onto the back of this. James has a penalty in a way, so ultimately won't be gaining many places from these guys. Monkeys drops a couple of places there. Ozers and Shotgun making one up each. Monkeys has the penalty in a way, so ultimately would have lost that in a way. And they are now on the back of Glitch. We'll be looking to hold them off if we can. The front runners are into the last sector, so I'm going to go to the leaders, guys, as Car C will come round the final few corners. Penultimate corner now, and into the final corner for yet another win in WAOF1, yet another win this season. Victory for Car C from pole position. Mamo in an absolute superb P2. Different driver tonight, it seemed, as I think they just hit each other, the two of them. Moomin, P3. Moomin on the podium. We have a Moomin podium. Oh, I get to speak to Moomin. Oh, fantastic. I will speak to him in just a moment. Danny, P4. Good recovery, Danny, after the incident. So he dropped to P18. Gunnar, P5. Bowden, P6. Mackenzie, 7. Whale, 8. James in 9. Corey manages top 10 in the end. Well done, Corey. Glitch, P11. Well done, Glitch. And much better in qualifying from you as well, mate. So, good night tonight, Glitch, I think, overall. Ozers recovered back up to P12 in the end. Shotgun P13. Dorian 14. Monkeys in 15. Operator 16. And Damir 17. Just one thing I wanted to clear up. When I said it was the reserves not having a good time tonight, I just want to make it clear that Shotgun was not part of that. He's done absolutely fine. Driven very well from what I could see. So, well done to him. Taylor, take P7 from P15. Absolutely, mate. Well done. Drove very well again tonight. Gunnar, it definitely was a hectic race. Yeah, not an impressive one tonight from WAOF1, but all leagues have them. We all have them. It sounds like people still enjoyed themselves though, which is the main thing. Glitch lost position, but that was possibly the most fun I've had on F1-23. See what I mean? Brilliant. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Glitch, and long may that continue as well. Yeah. Defensive masterclass, last 3 laps indeed. So that's enough of the podium. Let's just confirm then. I won't read through everyone again, I've already done that. So fastest lap, by the way, went to Carty, 1:13.150. Just to scroll to the bottom, unlucky to Puffy, Trucker, and Lego Lamb, who didn't finish the race. Well done to Damir, I'll keep it on going. So well done, Damir, and you will pick up points for... we are everybody scores, aren't we? Not top 15. It's PRF1 that does top 15. WAOF1 is everybody. So, yeah, you'll pick up the points for that. And just scroll through the instance there. Don't go through them, guys. Just scroll through them. That is purely so the stewards can refer to them and just stop and start the stream as they need to. And we will get Carsey, Mamo, and Moomin in, hopefully. I think I'll have to get Carsey to invite Mamo because he's on PC. So, where's Carsey? There you are. Make sure it's Carsey. Yeah, let's invite him in. And Moomin. Gonna be a podium for Moomin. Here comes Moomin. I knew he'd be first. Well excited. So, right. Carsey, hurry up. Carsey, hurry up, because I need you to invite Mamo. It's fun having to wait around for people. Come on. Right, sod a lot of them. Right, I'm going to speak to you, Moomin. Sod them. If you tick your box, mate, to include your audio.
Yes, it is included.
Yeah, excellent. Superb. Right, well done.
Finally. Hello, Willie. Hello.
Yes,
finally.
It's nice to speak to you. I've forgotten what you sounded like. It's,
my God.
It's lovely to see you back up there.
My God, what a race.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think Goonie just summed it up really. If hectic or frantic would be another word, I suppose. It was non-stop. Yeah, I mean, superb, mate. Tell us from your side of it. You drove brilliantly. You deserved the podium. I think, to be honest, I'll have a little think about it. But I won't actually. You are my driver of the day today. You were penalty free, so I am going to give you my driver of the day. Although I have to say that Mamo was superb as well. So
he was.
I think you both drove absolutely brilliantly. But I think that Carsey was aiding him by slowing down and letting him get his DRS. So because of
he
that,
did science.
Yeah. So because of that, I'm not giving the driver a day to Mamo. So Carsey has actually lost Mamo a point by doing that. There you go. Right. Yeah. Take us through your race anyway, mate. Let us know how it went.
I mean, I was lucky to get to Q3 because I got so bad timing. For me, it felt like I had the lap of my life, but it was 12.8, and luckily I got to Q3, and I got a good start at the race, and I think two people spun in front of me at some point, but when the last safety car came out, well, not the second last, and I pitted to medium, it was an accident.
Oh, was it? Really? Okay.
Yeah, but it was good also because I didn't have any new soft tires to put on.
Well, in that case, it's probably the right thing to do then.
I managed to keep the people behind me. I was smiling ear to ear, and I was like, yeah, but I'm so sweaty now. I'm so exhausted. It was so fun. It was the best race I had in month. Even if I didn't end up in the podium, I would still say the same. This was the best race I've had for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in terms of results, it is your best one for a long time in terms of results. So it's a massive thing. It was so close between so many people tonight. It's the pace. There just wasn't much of a pace difference. I mean, okay, you had Carsey. I think Carsey could have just disappeared at the front. If I'm honest with you, I think he was deliberately slowing down to help Mamo. But when Danny got the 5-place grid penalty, he just kind of thought, well, he'd give it about 4 laps or something.
That's what
P2,
happened.
but he wasn't. He struggled to get through. you know.
I wonder why he was behind at the start. So I didn't notice that he got a grid penalty. That's
Yeah,
too
it
bad
was.
for him. And
Yeah,
he was
it.
also struggling during the race, I guess.
Yeah. It was something. He did have an incident, and he dropped down to P18. So
Mm.
he's done really well to recover to where he has.
Yeah.
So well done to him on that. But yeah, it's
But I'm on the podium. I'm happier than ever. So I will
definitely.
not complain.
Yeah. Well, again, mate, congratulations on that. Congratulations on driver of the day. It doesn't look like anybody else is going to join us, so um, we'll
Then
leave
we
it
end the
there.
evening
But
then, I guess.
yeah. Just to answer a couple of questions, Hilly, did I get any of your overtakes? Yeah, I got your dive bomb into turn one on someone. It was clean though, so you got away with it. Um, Helping start in P13 and 15 and finish the top 10. Yeah, Taylor and
Hmm?
teammate, well done. Glitch in the podium room this season is my goal, says Glitch. What? Good luck, Glitch. You had your best.
Yeah.
You had your best
You
qualifying
can do
tonight.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. Had your best qualifying tonight, and you only dropped one place in the race. And like you said, you probably said it's. You said it's probably the most fun he's had, despite the safety cars. So on
Yeah, I
here,
saw on the
so
chat that.
that's good
Hmm?
news. That's what we like to see is people having fun. So um,
Absolutely.
right, okay. Well, in that case, let's have a quick look at where we are next week.
Is it
Stuart Calendar.
Spa? Maybe.
Oh, I've got a feeling actually it might be the mid-season break next week. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, guys, it is the mid-season break next week, so we won't be racing until the 10th of October.
Of course, we will race. The social race.
We may well do a social race. I wouldn't be surprised, but don't count on me commentating. I'll probably get on track for that. So yeah. Unless it's full. If it's full, then I'll still commentate. I don't mind. Don't bother me, which I do. So yeah. But if we're not live next week, then for a social race, we'll be live on the 10th of October for Bahrain. So
Ooh.
good track to return on. Plenty of overtaking there. Normally, it's a pretty easy track as well.
Mm.
So yeah, is it a favourite track of yours, Moomin?
Yeah, it's a lovely track. I do like that track. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's an easy track. I think the only thing is that left-hander. I think that's quite a difficult corner, but
Yeah,
other than that, oh, and actually the traction coming out of turns 1 and 2 as well. That could be a little bit dodgy. And
that's a
then you got
nightmare.
the curb of death on the long right-hander as well. So actually, it's
So
a
it's not that
nightmare track.
easy. You
No,
mean?
it's a terrible track. It's like it's the worst track in the whole game.
That's the quickest change I ever heard.
Right. Okay, guys. Well, we'll see you then. Don't forget, I'll be here on Friday night, 8:30 for PRF1. I am racing tomorrow night in a new league. So I will see you in. I've forgotten what it's called. HAF1, which is Vice's new league tomorrow night. After Mad, unfortunately, closed down for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So. Um,
So sad.
yeah, very sad that's happened, but hopefully they'll be back and better than ever. So, yeah, we shall see. But yeah, but I might actually look to stream tomorrow night. So, Blue, feel free. I won't be talking like I am tonight because obviously I'll be concentrating on what I'm doing, not not chatting all the time. So, there we go. But anyway, good night. God bless. Enjoy what's left of your weeks, guys, and have fun.
Thank you. See you. Bye.